Their rookie first-round pick, Felix and Uduke Uzama's in the game for 3rd and 7. Goff protected at first, nothing open. From out of his end zone, he fires. It's caught, but short.
On the back end.
But number 2 for Fox. Oh, they fake it and go inside. They fake from their own 17-yard line and pick up the first down. 2nd down, Goff inside throw. First down to the 35, and there's the man. The 34, Goff play action. It's complete. Nice inside move. Josh Reynolds on the run. As you look at the totality of the KC roster. Here's the rookie Gibbs to the left. Has good speed. First down, spinning and turning. Gibbs through a hard hit. Stays on his feet. They like him as a pass catcher. They run Montgomery to the left. First down and more. 3rd and 6. Goff across St. Brown to the end zone. Detroit touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, score 1 of the season.
Let's start first with the big guys up front. This is not play action. This is everybody knows that we've got to throw the football. And look at the protection. I can't tell you how much tape I watched this offseason, watching Goff never get touched. And then that guy right there.
He knows as a head coach, a lot of knocks on the door, keep you from what you're trying to get done. Chiefs trying to get 3rd and 8 done here. Mahomes hit as he throws, and it's caught by Justin Watson. 3rd and 6, quarter winding down. Mahomes, Hutchinson in pursuit. Pascal in pursuit. Mahomes to the edge. Did he get there? The spot says yes. Just found him. Officially 5 on first down. Mahomes, clean pocket. Marquez Valdez-Scantling comes back to get it to the 25-yard. With Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. 2nd and 10. Mahomes thinking about getting out of there. Superman cape is on. And Mahomes is taken off. First down to the knock. No run to the right. Noah Gray out to block for him. Pacheco down to the 2. From the 1, left-hand catch by Mahomes on the snap. Scanning, open for the touchdown, it's Rice. Welcome to Kansas City, Rashee Rice.
Welcome in here, Donovan Smith. Welcome in, Jawan Taylor. These guys, the protection is why this play won. Anytime you can rush 4 and hold the ball that long, there's no way you're beating Patrick Mahomes.
Straight drop for Goff. Comes back to the middle and complete to Brock Wright. The tight end will gain 9. And a guy they know from Chicago. They saw him twice a year. Fake to him, over the top. Throw St. Brown crossing complete at the 40-yard line. And that's like the 2nd and 11.
Here he comes.
He nailed it. Montgomery saw it too. And that's the rookie Sam Laporta for the Lions. Goff out quick to Gibbs. That edge speed on display. From the 17, that's a mistake on the snap. Goff gets on it and just takes it. A loss. 3rd and 10. Out quick, caught on the edge. Reynolds lost the football, and it's recovered by Brian Cook. Every Sunday night, so every night set here in the fall. 3rd down, Mahomes retreats, puts it up top for Gray, and it's incomplete. That's the position group. You look at this Detroit team. Are they the division caliber winning team? Goff pressured and brought down. Holding on to the ball as Dana got there. And Mahomes fires on the run. And the touchdown maker from earlier is on the run. Rashee Rice, 3rd and 17. The former baseball player who was drafted by the Detroit Tigers, Patrick Mahomes. With time down the middle of the field for Bart Valdez-Scantling, who caught it as he cut inside of Jerry Jacobs to the 30-yard line.
This was Jerry Jacobs from his cornerback position. They switched responsibilities. He came inside.
After the gain of 34, Mahomes right back to it. And firing, wants it over there, got it at the 5. 1st and goal. Mahomes, rookie, sidearm sling for the touchdown. Mahomes goes to Blake Bell, who rings it up, and the Chiefs take the lead.
Anzalone right here is going to be the one that's going to see that inside receiver break there, and as soon as he did.
So almost pointless to run it here, so it'll be in the air. And Goff will complete it for the first down to the 42-yard line. They got 11. Goff on the final play of the half. This is just one of those teams work hard. He's going to throw it out of bounds without Travis Kelce. This is their best starting field position. And Mahomes tries to take advantage, but incomplete. Tried to get it to Kadarius on Tuesday. So this is 3rd and 6. Mahomes throws the cross. It is intercepted off the deflection. Brian Branch, the rookie, ties the game with his first NFL touchdown.
Brian Branch, they have been excited since the day they drafted him, right through the hands of Tony. An absolutely perfect throw that'll go down as an interception for Patrick Mahomes.
McKinnon's always a big factor in there. 3rd and 4. Mahomes scanning, nothing open at first. On the run, it's too tall for Sky Moore. Montgomery checks in. Goff throwing in the middle, and it's St. Brown at the 40. The 41. Goff out on the edge. Will throw that one on the one to the report of the tight end with the big hurdle and a flag coming of the players taken before him in the draft. Again out quick at that time, a couple of years. Number 13, Mahomes. First look was covered. He's on the run, and he'll get the first down as he's pumped down hard. 22. Mahomes flipping out to Pacheco. Started blocking Hutchinson and finishes.
And they're giving him a chance to fight back, almost like what we've been talking about with the Lions on offense.
34. Mahomes going to take a deep shot for Watson downfield. And it's broken up. Flag, yep, they'll throw it on Cam Sutton.
About it a lot with Watson being that deep threat. Let's see, does the contact get there early? It certainly does.
Fake it, 2 receivers deep. Mahomes buys some time and he'll outlet it to Blake Bell. Most snaps they've seen all year. 3rd and 2. Kevin moves in that line all the time. Underneath the cross is incomplete. And the 2 massive kicks at the end of the year. Get the game winner in the AFC Championship game and the game winner in the Super. Super loud, 2nd and 22. Jared Goff in the middle. It's caught. Too shy of the first down for Khalif Raymond. Now it's 3rd and 2, and they look to throw it again. Back in the middle. Incomplete. Chiefs did a very nice job covering St. Brown and Gibbs.
Sprinting up and down the field. Still possible.
With 36. Mahomes double clutches and completes it underneath. Noah Gray threw a tackle into the secondary. And taken down by Gardner Johnson at the 40. 29-yard line. Mahomes got some space to take off here, and he will. Lions in pursuit. Looking like a throw on 3rd and 2. You keep watching the right tackle. You can almost tell if they're going to run it or pass it. Mahomes in trouble. It got him by the leg. Wouldn't go down, and it's dropped by McKinnon. He knocks it through. 3rd and 12. Here they come. Goff throws it. It's caught at the 41-yard line.
They fake it in here, fake it in there, drop back out. But Snead came completely unblocked and just drilled Goff. Barely got that ball off. What a huge play in the game.
41. On the fake. Goff has his tight end. Flag is down as Brock Wright is near. Jason Kabinda, the fullback, is in there. And it's play action. Goff looking into the middle and come back and catch. And on the run is Reynolds. Inside the 20. Protects it and takes it inside the 15-yard line.
Again, so effective on early downs to go that hard play action. And then you get the one-on-ones down the field. But I tell you, this is a well-coached Lions receiving corps out there.
Play 9 of the drop. Montgomery with some momentum to the end zone for the touchdown. David Montgomery behind the strength of the Lions. The offensive line, an extra point away from the lead for Detroit here in the 4th. taking it, and the Lions were ready for the trick as they pull down Rice, the rookie. Josh Paschal comes up and gets it, and it's 4th down. Two rookie picture out there. Laporta, the tight end in motion, gives the back, running to the right, to the edge, and Gibbs stays on his feet, gets the 1st down, and he goes out of bounds. With 48, they'll go with the inside run and be 2 yards short with Montgomery at the... And the Lions are going to go for it, they're going to throw for it, and it's knocked down! Justin Reed in there, right around the line of scrimmage. Well, he needs 20 yards to get Harrison Butker's field goal range. Mahomes, plenty of time, looking in the middle, it's dropped again by Tony! 2nd and 10. Mahomes throws it, flag is down, Sky Moore's got the ball at the...
Holding, offense number 79, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
It's Donovan Smith, who had penalty problems, blocking for Tom Brady.
That's where he's had the success.
20, Mahomes throws it inside, underneath, incomplete again. CJ McKinn in the back, in to protect. Mahomes flings it in the middle, it is incomplete. Gardner Johnson went up, he was trying to drop it into Rashee Rice. Lions bring pressure again. Flag for a false start.
False start, offense number 74, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Now they play back in more of a prevent defense. On 4th and 25, and Mahomes looking to make a play, flings it across his body, and it is incomplete. Watson went up for it, Sky Moore went up for it, neither got it.
They just have not made their typical plays from the wide receiver position.
Lions went for it on 4th down, gained 15 yards, get the ball back. Chiefs are going to use the timeouts here. Montgomery, extra offensive lineman Matt Nelson, fullback in as well. 3rd and 2. Montgomery sifting forward, has the 1st down at the 20-yard line.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson and some of those players, but watch the reaction now of this football team. This is a milestone moment for them to come in here and get this win.
Not the same old Lions, the 1-0 Lions. They come in to Kansas City on opening night and beat the champs. We saw Buffalo do it in LA last year to the Rams.